Hello student, today I am going to revising a chapter that is recombinant DNA technology. It is the session part 2. So try to know the facts of recombinant DNA technology. You know a two example of what are two example of bacteriophage that is used as a cloning vector. So mainly two bacteriophage, that is bacteriophage lambda and M13, generally used for cloning of DNA fragment. What is the function of 12 base pair of unpaired but complementary end DNA is bacteriophage? That is the packaging of DNA. Next, the cloning vector that have highest insert capacity for the cloning of foreign DNA. You can ask the question like, which one is the cloning vector that have highest insert capacity for cloning the DNA? Answer, that is YAG vector. Next, the vector that have lowest insert capacity for the cloning of DNA, it can be either plasmid or M13 bacteriophage. Next, a scientist related with competent cell. You know competent cell, a cell that have ability to uptake the foreign DNA in maximum amount, means in presence of calcium chloride treatment a pore creation occur in the cell membrane or cell wall, so that DNA can easily insert inside the bacterial cell in presence of only calcium chloride. So can you tell me the name of the scientist related with the competent cell to take foreign DNA in presence of calcium chloride solution? Mendels and Higa. He had performed this transfection experiment, transformation experiment in 1970. Next, a transfection. You know what is transfection? Transfection is a method for transferring of foreign DNA with charged substance like calcium phosphate, cationic liposome, or DEAE dextran. So these are the charged substance. With the help of that, they easily transfer of foreign DNA inside the eukaryotic or bacterial cells. Next, that is metal that is used for particle bombardment. You know particle bombardment means Zingan method. What are the different metals generally used for particle bombardment? Then you can say it is a gold tungsten that have the size of zero point 0.5 or zero point 0.4 micrometer in dimension. We can coat the DNA on the bullet of that small sized gold particles or tungsten particle. Then we target the protoplast, the cell without cell wall, and we can easily transfer the DNA inside the cell or tissue of desired protoplast. So this is generally used for quick transfer of DNA inside the plant. Next, what are different method for expression of trait? Means this question generally asked so many times in the different exam. So antibiotic resistance we can compare with the media that contain antibiotic and the media that do not contain antibiotic. If a plasmid contain antibiotic resistant gene, and that plasmid present in the bacteria, that bacteria can survive inside the media. So we can screen quickly. Then next, that is the expression of enzyme beta, that is B for beta galactosidase. Means a beta galactosidase enzyme is coded by a gene, that is LAC-Z gene, and that LAC-Z gene is present in PUC plasmid of E. coli bacteria. So it produce or encode the beta galactosidase, and that beta galactosidase that break down the substrate, colorless substrate, that is X-GOL, and produce chromogenic blue color complex, through which we can screen out the non-recombinant and recombinant bacteria. We can also use green fluorescent protein. So there are three different methods for the expression of trait, means the particular gene of interest that has been transferred or not. Just to find out these things, we can use these methods. Next, what are different methods for screening of recombinant? This question generally asked in 3 marks question, 1 marks question, or 2 marks questions. So you have to explain direct selection with the taking example of antibiotic resistant gene and present in the plasmid of bacterial cell, and antibiotic resistant gene absent in the plasmid of bacterial cells, and then we grow that two different type of bacteria in the media that contain, one media contain antibiotics of particular against particular gene, and other media do not contain antibiotic. So we compare whether the bacteria is growing or not. Insertional selection inactivation means we are going to disturb through breaking or cutting the DNA that have functional gene, that is for antibiotics or any other traits. If we cut with the restriction enzyme, then that gene will not be functional, and if that gene is not functional, it means that antibiotic present in the media where the bacteria is growing, it will kill that bacteria. And then blue white screening. If you take the example of PUC19 and there is a LAC-Z gene, if LAC-Z gene is functional, it means there is no foreign insert in that bacterial plasmid, means we get blue color colony, that is non-recombinant. And if we get white color colony, it means the bacteria colony contain foreign DNA insert in the plasmid. So this is the method for screening of recombinants. Next, LAC-Z gene is active for blue color colony that contain non-recombinant plasmid. You know, non-recombinant means there is no foreign DNA. And if LAC-Z gene is not active, it means foreign DNA insert is there in the plasmid of bacteria of. Then in that condition, there is no coding of beta galactosidase enzyme. It means, so I am going to revise these things just to for the examination purpose. Now, next in continuation, I have already discussed this beta galactosidase. It breaks the X-GOL or colorless chromogenic substrate, and if that X-GOL breakdown by beta galactosidase, it means it confirming that the presence of non-recombinant plasmid, means X-GOL, it is a chromogenic substance. Initially it is colorless. Its chemical name is 5-bromo-4-chloro 3-indodiol beta D galactoglucopyranosides. So this is the complete chemical name of the X-GOL. A question can be asked, what is the full name of X-GOL? So through these chemicals we can perform the blue-white screening, and LAC-Z gene play a vital role because it will encode beta galactosidase enzyme, and this beta galactosidase break down this X gall, and we get blue color complex. Initially, this X gall is colorless. It means it confirmed that the bacterial colony contain non-recombinant plasma. Next, replica plating experiment. You know, a replica plating experiment. It is the test for transformation experiment to find out negative traits or sensitive trait selections. We can find out yellow color colony contain foreign DNA inserts. That is given in your CBSE textbook. First cloning vector. What was the first cloning vector for cloning of mammalian cell? It was SV40 virus. Next, PCR was discovered by the scientist. Who was the discoverer of PCR techniques? Gary Mullis in 1983. Next, what are two basic principles of Southern blotting? That is, the main basic principle is restriction, digestion, and hybridization. I have already discussed these things in the previous lesson. Next, Southern blotting was discovered by E.M. Southern. For what purpose? For the detection of DNA molecules. Next, Northern blotting was discovered by Alvin for the detection of RNA molecule. Southern and Northern, there is a difference. One for DNA, that is Southern, and one for RNA, that is Northern. Next, Western blotting. It is used for detection of protein. It is a confirmatory test of HIV virus. And if anyone have the serum that contain or may not contain or maybe contamination, in that situation we can confirm the viral protein of HIV with the help of this Western blotting, that is antigen. Antigen is a proteins. Now next, two method of DNA sequencing is, try to know what are two different methods. One is Sanger's method. It is also known as chain termination methods. That is due to presence of DD and TP. So due to absence of hydroxy group at 3' carbon, there is no formation of phosphodiester bond. And we can sequence the whole gene sample, DNA samples. Next is chemical degradation method, that is known as Maxson-Gilbert methods. So you must remember what are two different methods of DNA sequencing. Next, ratio. You try to know who had discovered the DNA sequencing, that is Sanger's. So Sanger's has done the sequencing of protein as well as DNA. So in Sanger's method, what will the ratio for DD and TP and DNTP? That is 1:100 is. Next, DD and TP is chain term. Why DD and TP is chain terminator in Sanger's method of DNA sequence? Due to absence of lack of hydroxy group. Where? At 3' carbon of deoxyribose sugar. You know, there is ribose sugar in RNA and there is deoxyribose sugar in DNA. So due to absence of this group, it cannot form phosphodiester bond with the next nucleotides. Next, template DNA for Sanger's method is M13. Sanger's has used the M13 DNA, that is the viral DNA, for his experiments. Next, can you tell me the example of site-directed mutagenesis? I have already discussed these things in previous session. A subtilisin of cleaning detergent enzymes, it improves the quality of detergents. Then beta lactamase enzyme, and then tyrosynyl tRNA synthetases. So these are the three examples of site-directed mutagenesis. Next, you know what, you can guess which experiment it is. It is replica plating experiment. It is replica plating experiment. So question is, what is the, write down the name of following experiment. Diagram it will given. You must be find a diagram in your question papers. Means this diagram is related to what experiment? Replica plating experiment for the transformation, whether the gene has been transferred or not, means insert has gone or not. So if you observe the difference in the color of the bacterial colony, one is yellow color and one is white color. The yellow color colony indicate the DNA insert has there transferred inside the plasmid of bacterial cells. But in case of white colony, you can not observe the foreign DNA insert. So it confirms the transformation. And next question, that identify a level the bacterial colony have DNA insert, means that is A have, that is A means the colony that are blue in color, sorry, that is yellow in color have foreign DNA insert. And try to know the level all the part of the diagrams. Means A means that is E. coli colony, E. coli bacterial colony, all are E. coli bacterial colony. But in this case, that is yellow color containing foreign DNA insert, and in white color that there is no foreign DNA insert. If you see B, so in B, replica plate with tetracyclic antibiotics. This is the replica plate with tetracyclic antibiotics. And next, C, cell brushes on foam plates, means we put the cloth, machine cloth, and put on that, and we get the imprints here. So we find the cell in that points. That is just like replica. So next, D, that is the velvets. Is the velvet cloths. Okay. So that is replica, means just similar to the bacterial colony actually present in the media or petri dish that contain the media where there is growth of bacterial colony, and we put the velvet cloth and we observe the bacterial colony on that cloth. So that is C, that is cell brushes on from plate, means from plate it is going to transfer on the that velvet cloth. Next, a question generally asked, diagrammatic representation in the 5 marks. You know, identify the diagram. Identify the diagram. So can you tell me, this is the in product of Sanger's method of DNA sequence. You know, this is the diagrammatically representation after sequencing of the DNA. This is Sanger's method of DNA sequencing. Means question is, identify the diagram related to which molecular technique. Means this diagram is related to Sanger's method of DNA sequencing. And read the new strand and original DNA strand. So how can you read? You never confuse. Always read from 5' phosphate to 3' end. If you get only this portion in the exam, see, I'm talking about CBSE exam or any competitive exam. So you start the reading from the bottom end. That is, this is the cathode, it is the negative terminal, and this is the anode, that is positive terminal. So you start the reading from bottom. So what is there? That is, if you find there is 4 lane, DDA, DDD, DDG, DDC, never confuse. So you start from the 5' in from bottom, and for the new strand I'm talking, means the new original strand must be complementary of the new strand. That is, if it is 3', it must be 5', and if it is 5', it must be 3'. So what you will read here for 5', it is A, and then it is G, then it is T, and then it is A, again it is G, it is C, it is G, it is A, it is T, T, and it is G. So you get this sequence and you read from this direction to upward direction, and we get the original template DNA, that is the complementary of that one, and this is the original template DNA what we have used for sequencing. So if you read, this is the A, C, T, A, G, C, G, A, T, C, G. So this is 5 prime P, P means phosphate, and terminal in, that is 3 prime hydroxy group. And again, this is the template original strand, that is A complementary of, that is you will get like that. Means if it is G, then you will get here C. So you have to read properly. You have to read properly. Okay. Only then it is correct. Otherwise, it is not correct. If here is it is suppose it is here G, then it must be here will C. If it is T, then it must be here will A. If it is A, it must be here with T, and if it is G, it must be here with uh, that is C, and again if it is C, then it must be G. Similarly, G then C, and A then complementary is T, and then T then complementary is A. And if it is complementary C, then it is G. And lastly, you get A, it means that is T. So in this way, you can find out the reading sequence from, you will read always from top for original DNA sequence. So this is the complete answer of the this autoradiogram. Next question: Can you identify? Can you identify this plasmid? You know, this is the plasmid, and you see the plasmid A, plasmid B, plasmid C. So generally question asks, what is, how can you compare two different plasmid on the basis of, that is the antibiotic resistant gene, that is multiple that is ampicillin tetracycline, and on the basis of the recognition site at this multiple cloning sites. So you can compare with the plasmid. If you go with the, then you will find. So you try to observe what is the plasmid and what type of plasmid that are used. One is PVR 322 and one is POC 19, and then is the artificial chromosome, a plasmid. So try to find the next next is, can you tell me the diagram related to which techniques? You know, this technique is principle of hybridization techniques. So what do you mean by hybridization? Means if a probe, suppose probe, you know what is probe? Probe is the known sequence of DNA, that is, it may be radio level or fluorescent dye level, and it must be complementary to unknown DNA samples. Such hybridization process is going on. It means the complementary sequence of that probe is present. So it clearly indicates that this B, that is level, is probes. So you have to write down this B is probes, and this A is the probes hybridized, means binding of the probe with complementary sequence of unknown DNA sample. It means this principle is principle of hybridization techniques, that is related with southern blotting. So you must know this is the principle of hybridization technique, because a question may be asked from the diagram of your books. That's why I'm explaining these things. You must recognize the diagram, otherwise you cannot write down the steps. The question asked from the what is the steps you have to write down. The B, that is probes, and that is the probes hybridized, and this is the process is principle of hybridization techniques. Next, you know uh, the diagram that is related to with which molecular technique? It is a family of molecular technique that is PCR. It was discovered by Karimulis in 1983. And these charts indicate the steps A, B, C, D, and there is some also D. So A, if we are giving the treatment of the double-stranded DNA at 94 to 95 degrees Celsius, in your book it is written here at 80 degrees Celsius. So actually the correct temperature it should be 94 or 95 degrees. Then we calculate the annealing temperature, that is temperature of annealing for bracket G plus C bracket close plus 2 bracket A plus T, that is indicate the calculation of that is annealing temperature. What do you mean annealing? The binding of the primer. You know what is primer? Known sequence of DNA that is complementary to 3' end of template DNA of single strand or the single strand. So here this is the two different strand that are at the high temperature there is a breaking of hydrogen bond at 94 or 95 degrees Celsius. Both are going to separate. So this process can conclude it is denaturation. Next is annealing, means there is binding of primers. So try to know, and they will ask what is the steps, and they will draw this type of diagram, and you have to write down the steps. That is annealing, and that is polymerization or extension. Means it must be 70 to 72 degrees Celsius. Generally, it is written here 72 degrees Celsius. So it is generally fixed. And after extension or polymerization, we get to new strand DNA. So this flowchart indicate about polymerization reaction of the different steps of polymerization reaction for one cycle. One cycle indicate denaturation, annealing, and extension. So it different steps included and make one cycle, and it may proceed for more than one cycle. So how can you calculate the number of template amplified DNA from the template DNA? Means number of amplified DNA equal to 2 exponential n, where n is number of cycle. Next, you know what is the diagram? Sorry, this is single tube experiment, single tube sequencing experiment. Just instead of using four different tubes for four different columns, we tag the use the four different fluorescent dye for each nucleotide like G, C, T, and A, and put the all the different type in the single tube, and we proceed for the sequence. So this is A, that is sample buffer that contain all the different four different type of nucleotide, and B, that is migration of DNA fragment that it will move from cathode to anode, and C, that is the laser beam. Laser beam detect each one on the basis of presence of tag of the fluorescent dye of four different color of fluorescent dye, and pick autoradiograms. We get all the different picks of the nucleotide, and each dye that is tagged with a specific nucleotide, it is detected with the laser. And then D, that is the buffer, and the buffers, and that is E, that is fluorescent detectors. So with the help of detector we can obtain the this autoradiogram, that is the sequence of unknown DNA samples. So this is simplest methods for instead of using 4 different columns, they are using of only one columns, and laser detect each one nucleotide through using uh, different color fluorescent dye. So you must remember this diagram as a this is the experiment for single tube sequencing experiment that is given in your CBSE textbook. Next, you know what is this? You must recognize this techniques that is site directed mutagenesis, just to improve the quality of protein through changing one or two nucleotides. So if you see this flowchart, you must remember it is a flowchart for site directed mutagenesis. If you want to label, A means wild type gene in M13 vector. A means wild type gene in M13 vector. Then B, that is oligonucleotide mutation, means altered gene of one nucleotide that lead to change in the quality of protein through changing of gene. So C, that is in vitro synthesis of replication form, means we are going to replicate the whole DNA sequence from the outer periphery, and we get mutant type here and wild type, and this one is already it is mutant type and this is wild type. So we get the change protein from the mutant type due to change of one or two nucleotides. So try to remember this flowchart that is related with site directed mutagenesis and try to remember the each steps. Next, you know this is the simplest diagram, and you know this is the methods for Southern blottings. It was given by E.M. Southern 1975. So you know, try to know, we isolate the DNA, purify the DNA, and then what you will do, digest the DNA. A means that is digestion, means in the presence of destruction enzyme that cut double stranded DNA, and we get the double stranded DNA fragment, and then we do the agrosine electrophoresis where DNA will move from cathode to anode. After separation or different size of DNA band, then we want to transfer this DNA from agrosine to this nitrocellulose membrane. This is nitrocellulose membrane, and this is agrosine, that is agrosine. So DNA is going to transfer from agrosine to nitrocellulose, and again the DNA we get from agrogel to nitrocellulose membrane, that is known as nitrocellulose blot. We get the DNA now not in the agrogel. We are getting now DNA on nitrocellulose blot, and we fix this DNA with baking, and then hybridize with probes. So probe, you know, probe is known sequence of DNA that is radio level or fluorescent level. So radio level, with the help of this probe, we find the complementary sequence of unknown DNA samples. If it is complementary sequence, then it will hybridize and it will flourish in UV light. And then film, that is autoradiogram, we develops with the help of UV lights. And X-ray film we develops and it will flourish in the UV lights due to presence of that probes. After washing, just after hybridization, we wash out the unhybridized DNA and we get the intact DNA with unknown DNA samples, and it will flourish in UV light. And again we can develop through autoradiography, X-ray film develop the DNA bands. So this is the complete diagram of Southern blottings, and try to know each steps. They will ask the question, they will give the diagram, and they will ask to level the each step, any steps. Next, yes, generally 1 marks question, 2 marks question, 3 marks question, or 4 marks question asked. Means what is different? What are different type of cloning vector? M13 vector or plasmid vector or cosmid vector bacteriophage lambda, bacterial artificial chromosome, or yeast artificial. So these are the different factors for cloning of the different size of DNA. If anybody asks what DNA, what plasmid vector, what vector you will select for cloning of 7 kb, then you give the answer that is the plasmid. What vector you will select for cloning of 16 kb DNA? It must be bacteriophage lambda. So try to remember the range. What is the range for bacteriophage lambda? That is 9 to 23 kb kilobase pair. And what vector you will select for cloning of 35 kb? So you must remember the range. Only then you can answer the 1 marks question or 2 marks question. So we select the cosmid, means the range of cosmid is 30 to 40 kb. Next, what vector you select for cloning of the 50 kb? Then you get 50 kb or 100 kb or 240 kb. So in that situation, you will select the bacterial artificial chromosome and then yeast artificial chromosome. So for that is have high insert capacity vector that clone the larger DNA fragments. But if you want to clone the smaller DNA fragment, then you must select plasmid or M13 vectors. So these are the questions generally asked in your CBSE exam. Thank you and have a nice day.